Hey everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of Able Abe Studios, back again with another episode of For the Love of Monday, episode number 43. So yes, I hope everyone is off to a positive and productive start to their week. Monday's the start of the week where you can set the tone for the rest of the week and, hopefully, get through some of the tougher things that you have scheduled for your week. So in today's episode, I am reviewing another article, and this one is from Inc. magazine, and this article is entitled How to Perform Under Pressure. So I realize that each of us are touched in some way by stressors or the pressure, and why not share an article that helps you or shows you some tactics that you can use to battle those times of stress. This article takes tactics from a book called Performing Under Pressure, The Science of Doing Your Best When It Matters Most. And the authors for that book our names are Henry Wissinger and J.P. Pauli Fry. And the tactics that, like I said, will be used in this article, or that have been used in this article, are from that book. And so, without further ado, let's get started. So, the number one tactic on how to perform under pressure is think of high pressure situations as fun or as a challenge, not as life or death. In a sense, think of it as a game. The way you kind of do this, a lot of us, when we are under pressure, our self-confidence and, our fears are at the highest, or basically our lack of self-confidence is at the highest, and our fears are at the highest. But it also saps our energy. So, in order to kind of combat that, if you think of it as a challenge, if you think of it as fun, and view the obstacle or view the challenge that you have in front of you as an opportunity to do the best you can possibly do. So the number two way on how to perform under pressure is to remind yourself that there will be other opportunities. A lot of times when we get in a stressful situation, we view that opportunity as a single opportunity. But in reality, there will be other opportunities. And a way to kind of help you, battle this frame of thinking is to kind of look at successful people and view their story. In many cases, they blew maybe once or twice, an opportunity here or there. But down the road, they were able to seize the opportunity and go on to be successful people. So the way to combat that is to kind of just give yourself a little bit of a pep talk and understand that there will be other opportunities. So the number three way on how to perform under pressure is to focus on the task and not the outcome. In a sense, you want to be able to focus on the task that's at hand. The way that you do this is that rather than focus on the outcomes and the possible outcomes, say you are going to give a speech, or you're working on a research paper and you're worried about the grade that you're going to get, or you're worried about how the audience is going to react to you. Okay, get that tunnel vision and just focus on, giving the best speech that you can, or preparing yourself the best way that you can for that research paper, and do the best research that you can. The fourth step, or the fourth tactic in how to perform under pressure, is expect the worst. In a sense, you want to let yourself plan for the worst. And the way that you do that is just kind of think of all the things that could possibly go wrong and how you will react to them. In a sense, if you're giving a speech, maybe you view yourself having issues getting to the stage, and so you're worried about the pathway. You're worried about how the audience is going to react to a certain slide. Anything that can come to your mind that is a worst case scenario, kind of plan for that and give yourself an in a sense, by doing this, or by viewing all the things that can possibly go wrong, you'll give yourself a way to deal with it if it was to happen. The fifth way on how to perform under pressure is to take the lead. And the way that you do this is you basically only worry about the things that you can control. Anything that's out of your control, you don't worry about it. You don't think about it. You kind of just focus on things that you can control. You can control yourself. You can control, the things, the slides that you may have. You can control the amount of effort in research that you put towards a paper. Any situation where you can control it by your actions, focus on those things. Anything that's out of your control, whether or not the professor's going to give you a certain grade, or the stage is going to be lit a certain way, those things are out of your control. So just focus on things that you can be 100% in control of. The sixth way on how to perform under pressure, or the sixth tactic on how to perform under pressure, is to dwell in the past a little bit. In a sense, flash back to the past opportunities that you had where you were successful, and kind of reminisce on the things that you did well, things that were successful in that opportunity, and the things that you can kind of relate to the opportunity that you're in now, that can give you that added boost of confidence that you will get through that situation and be a success. The seventh way on how to perform under pressure is to stay positive. Just stay positive. As much as you want to be able to kind of think of the things that can go wrong and be prepared for them, you want to be also at that same time, or even in the same instance, if you can understand that, to stay positive. Just have a mindset where you understand that things will work out for the best, and that you are going to go up there and perform, or write a paper the best you possibly can, and stay positive. So the seventh way on how to perform under pressure is you want to get in touch with your senses. Be one. So this opportunity, or this situation, you basically want to focus on your breathing, focus how you're feeling mentally, anything where it's about you want to be able to focus on those things to help ground yourself, and at the same time take note of how you're feeling, so that you can kind of adjust it, or if you're having any negative self-talk, you can kind of squash that at that moment, and again get back to being positive. So the eighth way, or the eighth tactic on how to perform under pressure, is you want to listen to music. This is a real easy one, and this is a real great one. You get that playlist that's going to help pump you up, going to give you that energy. In a sense, prepare the playlist with music that's going to inspire you, motivate you, and keep you in good spirits. So before you go into that test, or before you hit that stage and give that talk, that you're getting that added energy, and you're not being sapped by the being worried, or being in a mindset that's going to take you out of your game. So the ninth tactic on how to perform under pressure is to create a pre-performance routine. And in this routine, you definitely want to keep it short. You want to do this before the event, before the test, before whatever it is that you're getting prepared for. You want to take note of your senses, how you're feeling, your mindset, your body, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, you want to those things. You want to be able to kind of take note of those things. You want to include a physical component. This may be breathing, maybe power stances, how you're standing, how you're going to be facing the audience, those kind of things. And you want to include a visualization. You want to visualize yourself doing the best you possibly can. And you also want to finish this whole pre-performance routine with a saying, some kind of saying that kind of sums up what you're about to do. Maybe it's here we go, or let's go, or it's showtime, whatever it may be. You want to have a little bit of a phrase where it kind of wraps up what you kind of went through and be the kind of like the motto for your whole pre-performance routine. The 10th tactic and on how to perform under pressure is just slow down. A lot of times when we get a little bit nervous, we tend to speed up, and as we speed up, it doesn't allow us to react to what we're supposed to be doing next, and that can foul us up because we've gotten ahead or we've gotten behind or whatever it may be, and it may take us out of the rhythm that will create a great performance. Lastly, on the last tactic on how to perform under pressure is that you want to be able to share that pressure. And the way that you do that is just kind of let people know how you're feeling. If it's a situation where there's other people that you are, maybe it's a talk that you're giving, and there's other people that are giving talks either before you or after you. In the back room or behind stage, you can just let people know how you're feeling, or the people that are there to kind of help assist the event. You can just let them know that, yeah, you're feeling a little nervous, or yeah, you're feeling a little concerned about this or that. And by doing that, it's sharing that nervousness and letting other people know that they're not alone, because maybe in most cases they are feeling the same way. It's not you alone feeling this pressure and this nervousness. There's probably other people feeling just like you, and by sharing it, it kind of helps them find camaraderie in the moment with other people doing the same thing that they're about to do. So that has been the tactics on how to perform under pressure. Hopefully they've been helpful to you. I know by sharing them, obviously researching it and then sharing them have been helpful to me, because now it's more solidified within me how to use these tactics to deal with pressure situations. And if they have been, definitely leave a comment in the comment box below and share with me maybe some of the tactics that you thought were most important for you to think of in those moments of stress and pressure. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, definitely subscribe. And again, if you want to share with me some of the tactics that you felt were meaningful to you, definitely leave those in the comment box below. So, like we always do this time, have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Let's go.